the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show with Billy the Kid and Scott Tang.
Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show!
It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah!
What up, I'm Scott.
And I'm Bill.
And this is
The Bill and Scott Cubicle Show.
Epi number something inside of season 4, the season where we move forth. That's Pete Kelly back there.
He's just absorbing.
Yeah. His
Working
mom
on his-
is a
regular
viewer,
audience member of the Cubicle Show.
tuner on it.
So thank you for spending your time with us. Moms love us. And that's what Pete can vouch for.
So today on the Cubicle Show, after Kanye's little rant the other night on Saturday Night Live,
What's up, Lizzie?
are people proving Kanye right? We'll get into that in a second. Cardi B, and the B is for busted. And Nicki Minaj, the rebrand is in process here. You need to make sure you stay woke, or you will miss the rebrand right before your eyes. Keep it woke. And then, of course, it's Meme Monday, and we got some memes that we'll get into, memes that we've loved over the past week. So, you ready to do this, Bill?
Ready to jump right on
Ready
him?
to jump in
right
on
into
this-
the middle of the
this
firestorm?
Monday morning.
Holy cow.
Right into it.
All right, so let's get a couple of things out of the way about Kanye before we even start on the real stuff. Before we even start on the thing that he's starting on. He's going after him, right?
Yeah.
So, first things first. He tweeted before Saturday Night Live, performed on the season premiere with Lil Pump. He tweeted before the show went on air that he wanted to be called just Ye. You know, he's the artist formerly, which would be formerly, but in his tweet he said formerly, known as Kanye West. He tweeted a picture. Shoot, I should have gotten the picture. Oh well. A picture of a car that looked like a giant Yeezy slide because he just keeps going in on the Yeezy slide
so
troll.
good.
He made, he had the slides that were too small, and the internet got on him about that, so he explained himself, and then he made the giant Yeezy slides that were like 2 feet long, and then he's got a car that looks like a Yeezy slide, so that's cool. And then he was supposed to put out his album Yandhi on Saturday night after SNL, but he didn't. So, did we miss anything? Did I miss it? Oh, the things he was tweeting about Apple, about how Yeezy is now a non-profit branch of Apple, designed to. Excuse me. This is what happens when you have to take your government mandated lunch break, like right before the Cubicle Show, and you get all burpy.
What's up, Lizzie? Love you too. Thanks for the love. Is I lead with love?
Oh shoot! I just accidentally did the.
Not the right time to okay it. Or
Hit him with the okay. Wow. Oh dang! Lizzie loves you.
so yeah,
But
Kanye.
only you.
Oh,
Sorry.
Bill, I love you.
Oh. See, I can tell because look at that shirt. So hold on. There it is. Look at Scott. What do you think when you see a shirt like that?
we're gonna sidebar real quick.
Yeah, let's sidebar because
from this.
it branches off of Kanye because what is Kanye all about these days?
Leading with love, right? So we've been preaching leading with love forever too, right? So we're in Boston this weekend, and I brought Bill and our friend Marissa on like an hour and a half long tour on a quest to find a shirt that says love or has a heart on it. This is what I came up with in the hour and a half long quest, because I realized that there is no guy clothes out there that have love or a heart on it, unless you go to angelsandairwaves.com, which is Tom DeLonge from Blink-182.
But they don't have that store in the mall,
Right.
unfortunately.
Or else I would have went there.
Right.
Well, anyways, I got this shirt, and it is a girl's shirt too, but women's shirts fit me fine.
It looks pretty slick, and I could have sworn yesterday when he was trying it on in the store that the heart was like green, blue, and yellow. And that the accent on the sleeves and the collar was blue. So what is going on? I feel like I'm losing my dang mind here. Because I wish I had taken a picture. Because
We'll tell you why we might be losing our mind, too, at the end of the episode as well.
All right, but anyway,
Kanye,
back to
leading
Kanye.
with
Yeah,
love.
I got a little bit lost. What do we do? We want to just hit him with the rant? The classic, like, 2016 Kanye rant?
Yeah.
Because it kind of seems like he's going down that road again, right? You know, where he
Right.
would get up on stage at every show and like rant about something different. So at the end of the show, after the credits rolled, when the show was actually over, he got on stage and did this, kind of went on a diatribe, wearing his "Make America Great Again" hat, talking about, you know, the freedom of expression, how 90% of the media is liberal, how he got bullied backstage for wearing the hat, and they were trying to bully him into not wearing the hat, and how the quote here, he was talking about follow your heart and stop following your mind. That's how we're controlled. That's how we're programmed. So Kanye's been kind of on this. You know, he said he redesigned the hat to give it more positive energy. And he was talking about how this is, you know, he tweeted, let me find the tweet real quick, because
He read his, I changed the brim, I changed the texture, I changed the font, so now it's positive energy.
and he's also been tweeting about, here, let me read you the text from this tweet. He's also been tweeting about abolishing the 13th Amendment, which people are jumping all over. He says, so he took a picture of himself in his "Make America Great Again" hat on a plane, said, "This represents good and America becoming whole again. We will no longer outsource to other countries. We will build factories here in America and create jobs. We will provide jobs for all who are free from prisons as we abolish the 13th Amendment. Message sent with love." Oh, look at that. Look at that slick camera work you just did right there. That was A plus 100 emoji.
And
So
you
can-
should continue reading all the other tweets and
Okay.
not just stop there.
Well, let me pause there, because let's say this is the only thing that people are talking about.
Yeah.
They're seeing him say abolish the 13th Amendment, and the 13th Amendment, if you're unfamiliar, is the amendment that did away with slavery. But there's more to it than that. Okay, so Kanye, do you think Kanye is really going to get up there and say, yeah, let's have slavery back? Do you think that's a real thing that would happen? Some people would probably be like, yeah, Chris, remember what he said on TMZ? Because those are the same people that didn't pay attention to the context and the clarification that came after that and only heard slavery is a choice. And freaking people, open your freaking ears. This is, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but this is how people are proving Kanye's point for him. Nobody's freaking paying attention. So he follows that up with a tweet that says, the 13th Amendment is slavery in disguise, meaning it never ended. We are the solution that heals. All right. And he said, then he followed that up with another tweet that said, not abolish, but let's amend the 13th Amendment. We apply everyone's opinions to our platform. That seems pretty open and diverse, right? You apply everyone's opinions.
Yeah,
This seems fine. So let me read to you.
Oh, I'm going to pan back over to him over here, people.
No, you don't have to. This is an
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to read you the 13th Amendment so people know what the 13th Amendment says.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like you should be on camera for this one.
Okay.
It's okay. So Section 1, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude except as punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Let's hone in on that for just a second. Except as punishment for a crime. So this 13th Amendment says you can be a slave if you're being punished for a crime. And basically Kanye's been on this thing about how the prison system is slavery and how you've got people that are slaves and it's just accepted and people just... So that's what he's talking about when he says abolish the 13th Amendment or amend the 13th Amendment. Get rid of prison slavery.
Yeah. And then, and then him just going on and being like, hey, everybody wants to paint the narrative, whatever. I mean, you're further proving his point by picking and choosing what you want to say. And, does he speak clearly? No,
Well,
he really don't speak that clear. And I do think that he should actually think before he speaks a lot.
He does. He pops off, for sure.
Because he's not he doesn't deliver the message clear. But, I mean, is it if he does go through and deliver the message fully, should you just ignore all of it? You know what I mean?
No, you should definitely not. Because that's how you fall into this trap of being like, yo, Kanye loves slavery, which is a stupid thing to say. It's like, people talk about Kanye being willfully ignorant because he's trolling wearing a Kaepernick shirt with a Make America Great Again hat. But to be, believing that Kanye wants slavery that's like a definition of willfully ignorant. And also, I want to touch on this real quick. When he said this, he actually said that 90% of the media is liberal, and which is true. And then you got the other 10%, which is conservative. And then you've got one fair and balanced source of news and media in the world,
Who
at
is
least in
that?
this country, and that's the Cubicle Show.
Yeah, the world-leading Cubicle Show.
The world-leading Cubicle Show. So you can come here, come get some ideas and knowledge and facts and opinions. Because we keep it 100 emoji.
Mm.
We keep it woke. and we move forth.
Like we're gonna move forth with Cardi B.
Yeah, let's do that.
And Cardi B's situation. And what does the B stand for nowadays?
Busted. I don't know why. I actually hadn't heard this until you brought it up.
So Cardi B is going to be turning herself in, surrendering to the police today over a strip club fight. So there was an incident that happened with two bartenders at a strip club in Queens, New York recently. So allegedly, what is being said is that Cardi B sent some of her people over to throw some bottles and beat up the people at the event because they were talking ish and, you know, with
I heard about this. I did hear
Quavo
about
and
this.
all that type of stuff.
That's Cardi? She looked like freaking Shakira from a ways away. I didn't like lean up.
Yeah, I wanted to get one where she's
Her
kinda, like,
mouth is
into
unhinged.
it.
She
Yeah.
looks like she's a snake about to eat a rat. Segway.
Ooh, damn. Right, yeah. So I guess the two women were hurt in it, but they've refused medical attention. But of course, they've gone to the police, and it's looking like she's going to be charged with 2 misdemeanors: reckless endangerment and disorderly conduct. But she won't have to do any jail time. That's what they're saying right now.
Wow.
So it seems like
Oh, there it is. Do your job.
There
Hold on.
it is.
We said we were going to talk about something yesterday about the do your job. Had to bring it up to John.
So let me ask
Oh.
you guys. I mean, have you talked about it? Because I missed the early part of the Cubicle show.
What?
But the two of you were lucky enough to go to the Mecca, the greatest
Mm.
ballpark in the world this weekend. I saw
Fenway.
that you both were at Fenway Park.
Yes.
We were.
Yes.
It was a delightful journey, too.
Isn't it a beautiful?
It's a nice park.
I will.
say.
I will honestly say, as a diehard Yankee fan, Fenway Park is one of my favorite ballparks to go to.
I'm going to be 100%.
No lie.
And you enjoyed like the Yankees' last win of the season because
We did get the last
Yeah,
they
one.
that's
lost
true. You're
yesterday,
right.
Yeah.
and they're probably going to lose and not make it into.
We're winning the
playoffs
wild
past
card
the
game.
Wild card.
Oh, we're
We
taking
saw
They
them-
got
okay.
one to win. What do you think?
Let's
We got
easy
it. Yeah,
peasy.
easy.
But let's recap. We saw their 100th win.
Yeah.
We saw them break the single season team-wide home run record. Gleyber Torres, friggin' I actually got that on video. I took
know, I
video
saw
of
it.
one pitch. Literally, I was no exaggeration. I was like, I think this is going to be it. And
Yeah.
boom, it was. And we saw the dude chuck the ball back over the green monster
Yeah.
and hit a freaking Giancarlo Stanton
That was the best
rounding
thing.
second base with it. So it was an action-packed game.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Did you have a Fenway Frank?
No.
No.
I don't buy ballpark food. It's wicked expensive. Way too expensive.
They
Sorry.
did give us this. I've been.
Oh,
to
yeah,
Fenway
I have
many
one of
a
these,
times,
too.
But
Wicked,
He did say
wicked cool. You're from New
It's
England.
rubbing off on me.
And my first
My
time.
first game at Fenway. Nice.
You
So
know, I've
that's
been to many games,
I,
but
it was my first game at Fenway, so I took my button and I put it in my bag proudly.
yeah. So Cardi B, busted. She's gonna be turning herself in. Looks like she'll be just paying
Oh.
a big old fine.
We got some questions, so let's see. Lizzie says, "Why is a grown woman with money acting so bothered by people talking smack? That's not what women do, or that's not what boss women do."
I think that people get super affected by everything nowadays. To be honest with you, I think artists are extra emotional.
Yeah.
I
I mean, you got.
don't think there's anything wrong with an artist showing emotion, but I think it's their platform that really shows it. But then again, it's like, why? Like in Cardi's case, her sending people to go beat up people, I don't think that's good for business. You know what I think?
Yeah.
Like business wise, it's not a smart decision.
She's
But
the kind
I-
of person who, like, you know, we've talked about this before. She's like real. She's like from the streets,
Yeah,
and
but-
she's not afraid to like get into it.
But
You
just
know?
because you're from the streets, does that mean you should still continue
No,
to do
I
those
agree.
things?
I
when
agree
you're
that you
a
shouldn't.
successful multi-millionaire being flown to, you know, Versace's private piano party inside the
Yeah.
the place that houses
Technodrome,
yeah. You
which
know
is
what I mean?
Shredder's hideout.
Will
but-
the Illuminati wander from above looking down?
No, you. You want to keep going with this illustration?
yeah.
No, you shouldn't. But like, that's who she is, and at least it's consistent with her character, and what we know of her to be. So like, I can understand why she's doing it. And maybe, you know, she's talked about trying to get her act together before and trying to be like a little bit more straight edge is the wrong word, but like, you know,
well, you
a
just
better
don't send
influence.
people to go beat up people.
Well, that's also true.
and if
yeah.
you do that, you don't make it known. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in all honesty.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You think these
Um,
billionaires don't get people, like, beat up sometimes?
Sure they do. Yeah, the billionaires silence. The billionaires have enough money to to pay people to just keep quiet about all of it so it never gets out. And that's what runs the world. Billionaire hit jobs.
And Illuminati.
Yeah. And now that we know that, you can expect to not see the Cubicle Show tomorrow because we will be silenced
Yes.
between now and then. So it's been a fun last episode.
It's been a real one. Maybe if we could get a good officer on our side.
Ooh, like,
I don't know.
is that a segue?
I was just kind of referring to your shirt.
Oh, you mean Steve?
Yeah.
He's not. He's actually here. This is the shirt that I got yesterday at the mall in Quincy. It's Steve from Stranger Things, the sitter, which Scott doesn't understand because he hasn't watched season 2 of Stranger Things. But it's awesome. He's just he's just a teenager. But he has this sweet bat that has a bunch of nails in it, and he babysits the kids and he keeps them safe.
So he has a Lucille.
Similar, yeah.
So
it's very
now
similar.
it's a ripoff of Walking Dead.
I mean, I wouldn't say rip off, maybe homage. Homage. Omelette du fromage.
And, Cardi B's best friend, some would say arch nemesis, but I think, they're in bed together, similar to how Kanye and Taylor are in bed together.
Wait. I just said, it occurred to me that I was just being exactly what Kanye's been complaining about. Because you said something, and I just said, because I was trying to think of the next thing I was going to say was, you know how this happens. How we'll do the Cubicle Show, and we'll just be like, because we're trying to,
yeah,
and we'll miss something that the other person says. I just did that. I'm going to admit to it, because I'm going to be better. I'm going to be better than Cardi B, and I'm going to make an effort to make a change.
I watched
Cardi.
Lizzie, I
Cardi
watched
B,
season 1, but I didn't see season 2 at all. I just didn't find season 1 to be as grand and glorious and so amazing and hard hitting as everybody claimed it was. I think I was built up way too high, and I fell really far.
You are right about that, though. Season 1 is not as good as everyone says it was. It was overrated. It was good, but it was not as good. But Season 2 is as good as everyone said Season 1 was. It's so much better. It just elevates. It just, put the freaking praise emoji up mostly because of Steve, honestly. If it wasn't for Steve, it would just be, it'd be an okay show. But Steve just brings it all together, and that's why I bought his shirt. I paid $13 for a shirt. I never paid $13 for a shirt. So you better believe it.
I spent $12 for a shirt, and I spend $12 for shirts all the time. Usually more.
Anyway, where were we?
I was going into Nicki Minaj.
Yes, right. Oh, Nicki Minaj. Oh,
Nicki
I was going to say
Minaj.
Cardi B, and the B stands for better. B, Cardi Better. That's what it is. Okay, now moving on.
All right. Nicki Minaj, rebrand in process
Ooh.
because...
Okay, so here's the deal. Nicki said in a recent interview that she's probably closer to marriage and a baby than everyone thinks she is. So she's been spotted out a couple times recently with this guy, Lewis Hamilton, who is a Formula One
What's up, Christine?
race car driver. And it's presumed that she's Nicki's new boy.
Lewis Hamilton?
Yeah. And so she says, I got to get married first.
What does he play in the play?
What?
Who's he playing to play?
He plays Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, he's Lin-Manuel?
Yeah.
Manuel?
He actually kind of looks like him. Well, maybe a
Not
little
at all.
if you squint.
If you make it look like
if
him,
you
it looks
sit
like
far
him.
back and go like
pretend
this,
it looks like him,
Lin-Manuel
yeah.
Miranda. She says, I got to get married first, then I'll have a child. I might be closer than people think, actually. I love children. I'm not going to put that off for much longer. Now, I thought about this earlier, and it just didn't hit me until we were just getting into the prep station for the Cubicle Show. Look at that kissy face. So she also in the same article, because I'm like, is this why Nicki's been kind of falling off lately? Is she focusing too much? She have baby fever? Is she focusing too much on making a family and not enough on making that music and making that money? I mean, she's worth $75 million. So she doesn't need the money by any stretch of the imagination. But the relevance and the cultural impact seems very important to her. Because she then went on to say, I've been at the top of this totem pole for a very long time. Sometimes people just want to see someone who's been at the top fall just to see if it can happen.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, that's true. But I don't think that's what happened.
There's nothing better than a comeback story.
There's nothing better than a comeback story. But it's like what the Joker said. They want to see the hero fail, fall, die trying.
America loves to build somebody all the way up and then tear them down and build them back up.
Right. But here's the thing, is that it's not that she says I've been at the top of the totem pole. She's not at the top anymore. Cardi B is at the top. right? She took too much time off.
But she's
And
been to the top.
She's
She
been
was
at the top, but she thinks she's still at the top, which is delusional. And maybe
I
she's
would
just
maybe
talking a
say
big
that
game.
she might still be at the top.
No, she's not at the top.
Why? Just because? Listen, I'm not hating on Cardi, but just because you have a successful year and a half coming up on 2 years, how does that trump
Coming
her
up
10
on 2
years?
years. Well, she's just been around longer.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you can't just say because somebody has one small little run right now.
2
Let's see
years
what
isn't
she
really a
does.
small-
Let's see what
small
Cardi
run.
does next. Let's see what she's about
I mean,
to do.
she's.
I think this is the real proven point for Cardi.
2 years.
Well, not the time. I think the second album, the follow up, how the next run of music she puts out, how that hits with the people, I think will determine a lot.
That's fair, but
I think it will either fully put Cardi in that number one
I
position.
think she's already fully in the number one position.
Well, I think it will stabilize her in there.
Okay.
You
It
know
will
what I mean?
cement her
Yeah,
there.
like it makes the point be
But I don't-
known. But if not, it's just like, okay, well, that was just a blip on the radar for Nicki Minaj.
No, that's not. I don't know. The
Fair
same
and
way,
balanced.
the way you feel about Eminem is the way I feel about Nicki Minaj. I feel like she's done. She's had her time.
I don't understand how you can like Eminem and not like Nicki. They both make dumb voices. They both do stupid punchlines.
I like
both
that.
yeah.
Were you like waiting?
You just got
Yeah.
dissed.
Yup.
You waiting for that? Because I saw him like lurking over there for a little while. It was like he's waiting for us to bring up Marshall Mathers so he can come in and Pee Wee Herman in our ears.
Because to me, Nicki Minaj sounds just like Eminem. If Eminem was a female,
look, if we're talking about
Nicki was a male, she would be Eminem.
If we're talking about talent, I think Nicki's more talented than Cardi B. Sure, absolutely. I think do think she's better. But in this day and age, Cardi is at the top of everything. She's had she's the first female rapper to have 3 number ones ever. Nicki's never had a single number one, so it's just like she's outperforming Nicki right now. And
that was a
leads us-
double entendre, and you don't even know how. She never had a single number one, so she's never had a number one, and she never had a single go number one.
You're right.
Yo,
wow,
big bars from
Woo,
Billy the
big
Kid
bars
this
take
morning.
little bars.
Woo.
So speaking of which, here's the stay woke moment of it all.
Okay.
Right? Do you think that Nicki is trying to play catch up here? She's like, oh, Cardi B got pregnant. Better get myself pregnant, then I can shoot to the top on the back of my baby. Ride that
so.
baby like your Formula One driver.
What better way to rebrand, right? Than to have a baby and like show how good of a mother you are, and think about it. The baby rebrand is a real thing.
Mm-hmm. You can be nurturing and you can be caring and you can have a complete character and paradigm shift. And you can get away with it because you just had a baby. And that gives you that maternal glow or whatever they talk about when people have babies. I don't know. I ain't never going to see it.
Big bars. Yeah.
Cardi is Queen Bee. That's thank you, Kyle. Bart Simpson.
Yeah, she sits there right now. I'm not lying on that, but I'm just saying in general.
Christine, thanks for checking in. Appreciate your input.
And yeah, that's like being like, I'm trying to think of somebody new, somebody old, taking their spot.
It's like when Vanilla Ice was at the top and then MC Hammer came along, and actually I don't know the chronology, that may be off.
I mean, it's kind of, they're both crap.
I don't know why those are the first two that
Yeah,
popped into my head.
I don't know. I just think that there is a chance that stay woke with Nicki because this rebrand could be really.
So you're trying
real.
to think of a time when this has happened, when somebody's rebranded
Yeah.
and taken back, like somebody was number one, then slipped, then rebranded and came back.
Kanye's rebrand with My Dark Beautiful Twisted Fantasy.
There you go. That's a good one.
And he was doing a pretty good rebrand. Like, cleaning up Kanye was really good on Instagram. But, I mean, this weekend he kind of... Cleaning up Kanye really didn't... It was a bad episode. It was like the episode, like, in the middle of the season. That's... Actually, this was like the season finale of Cleaning Up Kanye.
With the
And
cliffhanger?
yeah, and you're
You're
like,
like,
oh my God, like,
where's it gonna go?
I thought he was cleaning up. He didn't clean up. Oh, I got to tune in for season 2 to see if he cleans up.
And that's what it's all about. How big was he going to make a building shaped like a Yeezy slide next? Because how big can they keep getting?
Dude,
That's what I want to know.
I hope in the Macy's Day Parade there is a big Yeezy float going down.
Maybe a balloon. I would love to see a Yeezy slide balloon.
That would be quite entertaining.
Man.
Okay, so we're gonna get into these memes for you. Wow, this is a super deluxe show.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going on as long as we've been
All
going.
right, so Billy, I'll go for my meme first.
I mean, whatever, dude. Mine's not even a meme.
Mine's just like,
It's a screenshot.
listen, if I'm not gonna be happy, none of my friends are gonna be happy from here on out. So when your BFF gets in a relationship and you think of ways of breaking them up so you can be priority number one again.
Yeah, that's real talk right there.
Yeah.
I've never done that, but
It's about to start
I feel like
happening.
that's what girls do. I feel like that's a girl mentality to have, you know.
Feel it right now. I relate to that. Nobody. Okay.
All right, so this isn't a meme, but I saw this video this morning. I was like, you know what? The Carter the Fifth just came out because I don't like calling it the Carter 5. I think Carter the Fifth sounds better. It just came out. It's a big deal. Yandi didn't come out, so it makes it an even bigger deal. And this is from Jimmy Kimmel's Celebrities Read Mean Tweets, the hip hop edition. Lil Wayne is what happens when you pour Four Loko on a gremlin. And then look at that face. Look at it's true. Okay, how do you argue with that? If you've never seen Gremlins, you got to watch it because especially in Gremlins 2, they have like a whole bunch of different types of gremlins based on stuff that have, like they have the electricity gremlin and the girl gremlin and the brain gremlin who's really smart and the vegetable gremlin and the spider gremlin. So he's the Four Loko gremlin.
Of all the locos.
He's the move fourth
The fourth.
Loco.
Damn. Okay, so we out of here, right?
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
We'll explain Twilight tomorrow.
Will we?
Shall we tell like tomorrow how we went to the Twilight Zone and how everything's been
yes!
different since then?
Yes, we should.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, because remember this shirt. Remember what this looks like. It's got red accents on the collar and the sleeves, and it's got a full rainbow heart. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Roy G. Biv is right there. But I swear,
Roy G. Biv, yo, you throwing it back to Roy G. Biv?
Yeah, we're going back because that's how you remember.
Wow.
We'll hit that tomorrow. But
Okay.
for now, we've been going on forever.
Yeah.
My brain's not working right
Yeah.
anyway.
We haven't done a 27-minute in a long time.
Ooh.
Okay, so coming up on our next half hour of the Cubicle Show. Shout out to Jay Scott for that nice that one. All right, so we out of here. We'll see you tomorrow. But you catch us on the Facebook page Monday through Thursday at 10:30 Eastern time.
Because that's the only time that matters.
Oh, and new intro very soon this week sometime, or outro. Yeah.
One. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Cubicle Show. We just got one. Boy!